the inherent fact that men are evil. That is true. Like man as a whole is evil. Like just as an entity, a general idea. Men have inflicted violence and oppression on the world in ways that are irreparable. Like, it's okay if we say that out loud. It's okay if we say that men are inherently evil. It's like, it's not all men, but for some reason, always a man.
So, hold on. So let me get this straight. Not rude, not dumb, not needs therapy. Just plain old evil, huh? That means your pastor, evil. Your granddad who fought in the war and takes care of everyone and is so loving, evil. The dude that helped your grandma cross the street, probably planning genocide. Nah, I could have ignored it. But nah, we're going to really talk about this. Because the truth, saying that all men evil for her, and I'm sure the people that watch her, sounds bold, but it's actually lazy as hell. All right, let's cook. All right, let's get this out the way. Yeah, a lot of evil has been done by men. You got wars, colonization, Reddit threads, but blaming maleness in itself, I feel like that's a lazy analysis with the feminist Instagram filter all over it. Because history is full of women who, once given power, did the same destructive crap and sometimes even worse. Case in point, Queen of Madagascar. She murked nearly half her population in 30 years. No colonizers involved. Queen Mary of England, aka Bloody Mary, burned 280 Protestants alive. Ain't nobody say women are inherently evil after that. Former Empress of China, executions, poisonings, power plays. She ran the dynasty like Suge Knight ran Death Row Records. So in my opinion, I feel like evil is an equal opportunity employer. It's not assigned to just one gender because power corrupts. Gender doesn't. And also, if men were inherently evil, it would not be up for debate. And here's a question Drew won't ask. Conveniently, if men were inherently evil, if we were just walking demons or podcasts and platforms, why aren't women being attacked in broad daylight 24/7 by random men? Now you can say it's because there's consequences to their actions, but why are there consequences to the actions? Although I do not agree with Andrew Wilson at all, he did bring up a point that we are empowered by force, right? I don't all the way agree with it, but I understand where he was going with it. If most men are empowered by force, and it's because we're bigger than them and we're stronger than them, and at the same time, if we've placed systems to where if you do certain things to women, we will arrest you, you will get locked up. And that's exactly what I don't understand about this. If men are inherently evil, we as the bigger and stronger gender, we enforce these laws that help protect women. And I'm not going to say that we get it right all the time. We definitely don't get it right all the time. There are billions of us. We're physically stronger and we can do way more damage if we wanted to, but we don't. Most of us don't. And I feel as if you don't measure someone's morality by how they suffer. You measure it by what they choose not to do, even when you know that you can. Real quick, if you're still here, you're different. You actually listen before you react, and I feel like that puts you in the top 10% of the internet. So I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor. Like this video if you believe people are more than their worst stereotypes. Subscribe if you think conversations like this matter. And drop a comment if you're about growth and not gimmicks. Alright, let's get back to cooking. I get it though. Drew's probably been through some real stuff. It could be assault, betrayal, disrespect, and we will never minimize that here. I got sisters, I got aunties, I got a mama, and I see what some of them go through. But pain doesn't give you a PhD in morality. Being hurt doesn't mean that you're right. That all men start guilty logic, she said, that's literally how racists talk about black folks. That's literally how America talks about immigrants. You don't get to flip the script and then call it justice. And the all man energy is just self-defeating. You ever notice how people love pulling out percentages when it fits their anger? 99% of mass shooters are men. True. But 99.9999% of men will never shoot up anything except the DM that they shouldn't have sent. Saying it's always a man makes you sound deep on TikTok, but stupid in real life. Patterns exist, but if you treat every man like a villain, don't be shocked when good men stop showing up. At this point, when you make a blanket statement, you're not attracting the men that you want in your life. You're actually attracting the incel community to be more prevalent in your life than ever before, so it doesn't make any sense. And to her point, most men aren't evil, but most of us need to grow up. And we gotta stop getting defensive when women call us out. But we gotta push back when the conversation turns toxic. Because real masculinity isn't fragile. It listens, it learns, and it pushes back with love. So, I'm not mad at Drew for being angry, but if she wants men to be better, she gotta stop talking like a Marvel villain. You don't inspire change by swinging a sword and covering your eyes and just hitting whenever you can. You inspire it by walking in truth and calling others to do the same. And here's what your little big brother was saying. Being a man does not make you evil, obviously. Being in power makes you more responsible, but being responsible irresponsibly can make you evil. And just because you've been hurt, that does not make you right. Look, if you're a man watching this and feeling heated, good. Now ask yourself, are you proving her wrong or are you proving her right? And if you're Drew or anyone like her, first I want to say, I see your pain, I hear your frustration, but don't get so high on your hurt that you forget about your humanity. Is evil about gender or is it about power? Subscribe if you know being good is a choice, not a birthright. It's your little big brother signing out. Y'all be safe.